Hello, Nestor Novio from Group 3. I had the pleasure of going to Cary, North Carolina. Actually, it's really Raleigh, North Carolina. I was there for a few meetings, and I figured, wouldn't it be nice to find some Filipino delights, Filipino food delights, and kind of share it with you. So, there was a store. It's called the Filipino Express Restaurant. It's located on 3601 Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh, North Carolina. Phone number 919-876-6911. I was able to get some of these foods, as you could see. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hold out, and I actually opened one of them because I was so curious on the taste. Now, a majority of these items is made in the Philippines. They are a product of the Philippines, except for these two. We are very familiar with mochi balls. So this one was a particular red bean mochi ball. Now they had different ones. I didn't want to be a pig about things, so I only got one of them. So we're going to be trying that. This is called fried pork rinds. Now obviously they have this here in America, but all of the rest of these are definitely a product of the Philippines. So we're going to try it out. Stick around. Welcome back! Got my little fancy scissor, so I don't want to be making a whole mess. So if you're ever in Cary or Raleigh, North Carolina, you gotta check out some of this Philippine Express food. There is another place, it's called Adobo Joe. He has a food truck that travels to different locations in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, let's try this one first, because this one had already opened. So this one is called Choco Burst or Quake. See, it comes in these really nice little packs. So what I like about this is once you open up the main pack, you can actually take this and take it as a snack for later on. So there is the actual cupcake. I call it a cupcake because it really is a cupcake, but it's similar to like Devil's Food Cake with a chocolate filling in the middle. The only thing you get fooled by the packaging, because it looks like it's very moist and very chocolatey. But I remember eating this when I was in the Philippines. It was never really moist or creamy, but it's like having a Devil's Food Cake, like a small pound cake kind of thing. It is a little bit on the dry side. I like these individual packs. This one, from the packaging, so it's funny, from the packaging, it almost looks like it's some sort of Oreo cookie, which it is. It makes it look really thick, right? So when you're opening up the packaging, it's like a Ritz cracker with a spread on it. I don't want to open it, but we're gonna go ahead and just taste it. Not bad, not bad. Think Ritz cracker without the saltiness. Let's take a look at this one. So this one I have not opened at all. So this one's another chocolate cake. This one has the vanilla filling. Just like the other one, it's this one got crushed. It's in this kind of cupcake material here. So this one, right from the get-go, you could tell it's a little bit dry. And let's break it open Let's see. So it does have that vanilla middle on it. You can see right there. But when you bite into it, a little bit better than this one. Now, the moistness is not, it's just as dry as this one, but because of the chocolate layer on the outside and the vanilla inside, it contrasts each other, so it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Make sure you have some milk, because woo, getting stuck there a little bit. But let's move on to this. So this one is made by Jack and Jill, and it's a cheese bricks. Cheese bricks. And it comes in these little containers. See? That's neat. Ah, look at that. Now that I'm a little bit more used to. So that is let me get a mess here. So that is the infamous wafers that I'm very, very familiar with. Actually, sorry, I'm making a big old mess. Yeah, look at that. Hopefully you could see that. I think you can. Yep. So there. So this is a little bit. This is interesting because I have had these before, but the centers were vanilla. So I'm curious. Let's see the. Oh, see that? It's crisp. You want it crisp because it is. It says crispy wafers, right? So this is made out of cheese. I'm curious. Okay, so that was an interesting flavor. I'm making a big old mess here, but this is actually very good. There's a sweetness to it. There is a hint of cheese in it. Definitely not a lot. Again, it's not like having cheese and a wafer, but it's, again, I'm familiar with the vanilla and wafers. They have something similar like this, but this one has a sweetness to it, which definitely recommend. And I'm very curious about this. So this is very popular in the Philippines. I'm sure popular in other parts of the country also, but in the Philippines, we call this chicharon. So here, so when you first open it, it smells like pork. If you can hear the crunchiness, it's very crunchy. And I think that's what's fun about eating the pork rinds, or again in the Philippines we call it chicharon. And it's good, but it doesn't. There is some spicing and stuff. Actually, if you look closely enough, it's missing some of the flavor there. I'm noticing in the package that it's missing some flavor. So now, this one is from Toppit's Bakery. Brown crackers. There's the cracker. It's like a wafer, right? Pita. So. And that's what exactly it is. It's a cracker, but it's good. It's good. Not sure if you've ever had this before. Would be interested in your comments. Put in a comment. Tell me, how you would eat this. But it's hollow in the middle. I want to invite it. You can see it's hollow, but it has an interesting flavor to it. So let's go with the highlight here. No, this is not a Philippine product. Did they make it in the Philippines? Yes, most definitely. But so you could tell it's powdery. Oh, it's got an interesting taste, smell to it. So here you could tell how soft it is, right? It's squishing in my fingers, but it's very light. Actually, I'm sorry, it's easy to squish, but it's got some weight to it. So you could tell there's some heavy duty stuff. Out of all of these, this has the most flavor in it. The red bean tastes exactly like what a red bean should taste. The texture very soft, very squishy, and the smell from the outside you can't really smell it, but you could tell how squishy, and you can play with it all day. I can play with this all day and eat it at the same time. But this is, I have to say, this has to be, from all of these, this has to be the best. So the middle, that layer, is very moist. And of course the red bean is very moist, but you could tell from the outer skin, very moist, very sticky. See my fingers sticking to it. If it wasn't for this powder on the outside, you wouldn't be able to pick this up without kind of wick it off like a piece of chewing gum. But that was very good. So that was number one. Definitely. Sure, you can buy this other parts of the country. Again, I went to Raleigh, North Carolina. I bought this there. My second choice definitely has to be the wafers. So the wafers is a little bit deceiving, only because I'm so used to eating those wafers with vanilla in the middle. But this one is like it's got vanilla in the middle and some cheese in it. So again, I like the little packaging. This, while I like the flavor, I wish this had like little, packets. So now I'm gonna have to eat the whole thing like in 5 minutes, right? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you enjoyed Raleigh, North Carolina and Cary, North Carolina. Hope you enjoyed my review, my mukbang of some of the snacks, Filipino snacks. I do plan to have more in the future, so I would really enjoy some comments, some thumbs up, thumbs down, so I realize, what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my video. Have a good day. Ciao.